everybody. Happy Friday. It is 10:01, and today is the day of the black denim.
Today is the day of the black denim. Your first of all, your jumpsuit rotation just continues to deliver.
Well, thank you.
It's impressive.
I feel like this is a little cash for TV, but I'm running out
Not
of
at all. Not at all.
Also,
Caitlin,
by the way,
so how many of those? Sorry, I have to adjust.
How many do I have?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I could probably last about 4 more days.
That's
No,
unbelievable.
I'd be pushing it. Maybe 3 more days.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the good news, you guys. I get to lose my sock after today.
This is the last day for the
baby
sock?
is coming off. Yeah.
On schedule? On time?
Yeah. Today is 2 weeks. Today is 2 weeks.
Has it already been 2 weeks?
2
And so what's the 2-week update then? How is it feeling?
Let's see.
Can you even feel that you've done it still? Or?
She's very numb. Like my shin is numb. It's weird. Like I feel like all that solution that they put in to numb around your vein, it's kind of like spreading out in my leg. So that's
the
weird.
Solution is, or is it the fact that you have
Numb.
different nerve endings that are coming online? No, yeah, coming online because you lost one superhighway and now other highways have to fill the void, right?
Yes, but this is not vein that I'm feeling. I think this is just more of the numbing. Maybe my nerve got damaged where he put the catheter thing in down here on my leg. I don't know, you guys. I mean, shoot. To be honest, this morning I was Googling things to make sure that's normal.
That things are on track?
I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
I think it's fine.
We're going to take it off either way, so we'll see next week.
Have you been sleeping in it?
No, at night you take it off.
Oh, you take it off at night.
So she might not be cute next week, but you might see my leg. There's a few bruises on it. But thanks. Yeah,
Okay.
the jumpsuits are fun. They're
Good.
fun. And
Yeah,
the
yeah,
teddies
we're
are
gonna
super
miss.
fun too.
I cleaned mine.
Thank goodness.
We
Anthony.
heard, hey team, we heard from an angry viewer yesterday, an angry ChicagoNOW viewer complaining that my dirty shoes was distracting from our great interview. So it was kind of a compliment rolled into some tough feedback. He loved the interview. He said it was a synesthesia interview with that fascinating artist who was talking about how she sees
Colors.
music, sees colors with the music. He's like, what are you doing showing up in your filthy Nikes?
Well, no, that's not what he said. He said your blazers.
Yeah, the blazers. And so Caitlin thought that meant
like,
my blazers. No, these are Nike blazers. Anyway, I had, in a way, I'm appreciative for the feedback because, well, first of all, you do have to kind of have thick skin in this business, don't you?
Sure.
And the other thing was, it had been on my list to run them through the wash. But check these out now, guys. Do they not look?
Wait, you put them in the washing machine?
Yeah, I just threw them in the wash. Yes,
machine?
on the on like a longer cycle with my other pair too.
Did you tumble dry them?
Yeah, I tumble dried them, and look at how
they look brand
spanking new they look.
They look really good. I thought they were new shoes.
They look spectacular. So I don't want to hear any complaints out of you, sir. Okay.
Well, on the comment, Anthony said, "I'm really sorry I offended you, and please let me know. I'm embarrassed. Let me know who else has been saying things about these shoes because I'm disgusted with myself."
Yeah. So now I am disgusted with myself for my own horrible shoe hygiene.
Yeah.
So I want to apologize to the entire city. Anyway, oh my gosh, we're rounding the corner, like turn 4 out of August right now, and the fall is here.
We're talking about Christmas, so if you don't want that,
maybe mute and just admire the shoes.
No, we'll talk about fall and Christmas. We're ready.
Yeah, exactly. Christmas first, because we have heard news this week that Christkindlmarket is coming back bigger than last year.
Bigger and better, baby.
Bigger and better. So it's always on Daly Plaza. There's one out in Aurora, but the one on Gallagher Way, which was super popular, we took our kids there. Got a little ice skating rink inside the field.
As a Chicagoan lifelong Gallagher Way, Gallagher. Have you watched the show Shameless?
No,
Delaney
I think I saw one episode of it.
Is the Gallaghers, did that name come because of Gallagher Way? Did they name
I'm not
the
familiar with
family
Shameless.
Gallagher?
Jake needs to answer this, but I don't think so. I think it's like a corporate sponsorship is my do we need to go to Dr. Google for this one? I don't know.
Every time I hear Gallagher Way, I'm like, Gallaghers. The Gallaghers in Chicago and Shameless. What?
It's named after the insurance and risk management company Gallagher.
Insurance
but
and risk
are both
management.
of them? Like, did Shameless get it from?
Caitlin is not going down without a fight here.
Chicago's Gallagher Way? Because it's an uncommon name, you know?
I had a friend named Scott Gallagher growing up.
Okay, maybe it's not so uncommon. Was he part of this program?
Great guy, by the way.
Someone's asked that before, just an FYI.
Oh, okay. You're not the only
in
one
all
to.
caps, it says, no, it is not named after Schindler.
No, I thought the opposite. Like Shameless took Gallagher from Gallagher.
Gallagher is a
Listen.
relatively new phenomenon on Clark and Addison. It wasn't always that plaza there. The Ricketts, they decked that whole plaza out and put
So
the.
maybe they took. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm confused.
So
Anyways.
there we go. Anyway,
right, moving on.
Christkindlmarket, we're going to be getting all the updates there. What's coming back? What's not coming back? All the latest stuff.
Oh, but first we're talking about the plague, eh?
The bubonic plague, and we're not even kidding about this.
Yeah. Can I tell you something? When I was on a honeymoon in California, because we went to
Yosemite.
Yosemite? Yosemite. We went Yellowstone and Yosemite. Get me that. We went to Yosemite, and they had signs up around the park because of the squirrels carrying the plague, and that was 11 years ago, 10 years ago.
This has got to be the same thing
It's
because
the
apparently
plague in California
it's Lake Tahoe,
and common.
and
relatively.
we're going to be speaking with an infectious disease doctor in just a moment. She's on the line right now, actually, and we want to welcome to the show Mariel Friccioni. Dr. Friccioni, oh, welcome back, welcome back. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. I know, another Friday.
Can we talk about the bubonic plague? This is not a joke, right? This sounds like something out of what the medieval times, the Renaissance.
Yeah.
When was the Black Plague? Was that
I don't know.
The 1400s.
the 14th? Thank you. It was medieval. Okay, so
You're welcome.
so
Yeah.
thank you. So I appreciate it. Update us on what is this is actually a real thing. Update us on what you know about what happened and this condition.
Yeah, so apparently this individual was camping in the Lake Tahoe area, South Lake Tahoe. So that's east of Sacramento in California in the Sierra Nevada mountains. And what happens when you get bubonic plague, which is the type he got, is that a flea bites you that's infected with a bacteria, and then the bacteria goes to a lymph node, and you start getting fever, and the lymph node gets hot and very painful and swollen. And when you're camping, you're around animals, right? And if you're in cabins, there could be animals in the corner, there could be animals that were there that were nesting. So anywhere that there can be rodents, prairie dogs, squirrels in the Southwest at high elevation, it's possible that there's the plague bacteria in those fleas that are on those animals.
So what does this mean for this gentleman who caught the plague? Like, how do they treat that? Is he going to be okay?
Yeah, so there's a lot of antibiotics you can use if you go in early enough. And so you spike a really high fever, you have flu-like symptoms, and doctors in that area know to ask, have you been camping recently, etc. And then they can test for this bacteria and they can treat you. And then you get better. But the mortality, if you don't get treated, is about 30 to 100%. So it's a pretty high mortality.
Exactly, because this killed thousands and thousands of people back in the 1400s. Fortunately, we have nearly 700 years of medical progress since then. So to clarify, even though saying the phrase bubonic plague, I mean, that brings so many dark connotations, but this is very treatable, very manageable if caught early. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And for us in the Midwest, this isn't as big a deal. We think about ticks here when we go hiking and camping, and we wear long sleeves. We put on the DEET insect repellent to make sure we don't get tick bites. But for people in the Southwest, they have to think about these flea illnesses more. And so they're doing the same thing as we are, but protecting themselves from fleas and ticks.
Wait a second. This is timely because I have to say, Doctor, I was at my daughter's cheerleading game last weekend in Northwest Indiana, and I've seen this as like a thing in Northwest Indiana right now, flea bites. I'm pretty sure in the grass, I looked it up grass fleas, perhaps. I was sitting down and I have bites all over the back of my thighs, and they look like little red, bumps with like a halo around them. So to your point, we're more worried about ticks, but are the fleas here, if we get bit by fleas here in Chicagoland, is that perhaps going to be an issue? Could they carry disease as well?
That's a great question. Yeah. So different ticks and fleas carry different bacteria depending on where they live.
Okay.
So the fleas in high elevation dry areas like the Southwest and Lake Tahoe, Utah, Arizona, Colorado, those places have this bacteria Yersinia pestis, which causes the plague. We here, the bacteria doesn't live in our climate. So the fleas here don't carry it.
Okay.
But they can carry some other bacteria like leptospirosis or some other bacteria. So doctors kind of get to know which bacteria likes which region of the country. And then we're suspicious for those things if you come in.
Ew.
So what preventative measures do folks need to take? If you do have a trip planned for out west, maybe the Southwest, maybe Yosemite Park.
You have to make sure that you're putting on insect repellent when you're hiking. You also have to make sure that the cabins don't have any areas where rodents can live. You're not leaving food out, so the rodents are attracted there. And you shouldn't be petting the animals or going near dead animals because they could have died from the same infection that this individual got.
Oh.
So you can only get it by touching someone else who has a lymph node that's kind of exploded. Then you can get it from that person, but otherwise you can't get it person to person with the type that this individual got. So that's also something that's reassuring.
If you get bit by a tick, for example, you wait until you have fever-like symptoms to go to the doctor typically, but with fleas, should we go to the doctor no matter what, or just wait again until you have those symptoms?
So here in the Midwest, the fleas don't bother me. It's a extremely low likelihood that any disease is going to be transferred to you from fleas, unless you have a certain kind of job where you're, working with dead animals, etc. But ticks are the thing that they can cause a rash around the tick bite a few weeks later. That you need to go see your doctor for. If it looks like a bullseye, you need to go see them. You'll get a few doses of antibiotics. You'll be fine. And then later on with some of these tick infections, you'll have joint pain, fever, headache, some really non-specific symptoms. There are some that cause rash right away that are very identifiable. And so those, again, you're going in, you're telling your doctor what you have, but you're also telling them, I've been camping or I've been hiking a lot in long grass and I haven't been wearing long clothes. I haven't been doing tick checks. And then that gives the sense to the doctor that they need to think about those things.
This past week, you did a great job putting in context. Remember, we were talking about that brain-eating amoeba. All right, these things sound so scary. Will you do the same thing for the bubonic plague here in terms of context? How worried, when you hear about this as an infectious disease doctor, do you think, this happens once or twice a year, it doesn't really surprise me, but this doesn't mean the public needs to be on high alert. How do you think about the bubonic plague in this context, and how worried should campers be?
Yeah, it only causes 7 infections per year. And again, they don't spread between people. So it's a really rare event that happens rarely, and you have to do very specific things in order to be at risk for it. So in the Southwest, those doctors and public health people are used to asking those questions, looking out for those things. They test animals from time to time to see if that bacteria is spreading. But here, we don't have to do that. If you're traveling to those areas, do the common sense stuff, and you should be fine.
Is this the same plague as the Black Death? Is it the same strain?
It is, actually.
No
so the
way.
Interesting, yeah, it is. but like you said before, there's germ theory now, right? That helps a lot. So we know that if you touch something that has a bacteria on it and then you eat lunch afterwards, you might get it. But they didn't know that back then. And so it spread incredibly quickly. And then they didn't have antibiotics to stop it from spreading to the lungs. that's when it can spread more easily, is when it infects the lungs, because then, like COVID, you are spitting out some of the bacteria when you talk, you can spread it by coughing, etc., and then it spreads very quickly.
Was there something black in color? Is that why it was known as it, or was it that just the kind of popular moniker that it was dubbed?
I think there are several interpretations, and this is very interesting because there's so many diseases in history that have these interesting stories. But it was the black, so many people died, and it was a black, dark time, right? But then also the buboes, when they explode, a lot of pus comes out. It was pretty disgusting. Some blood would be there, and those would scab over and look black.
So this is the bubonic plague.
Yeah.
Oh, we should have started off with that off the top.
I believe
somebody got the bubonic
plague. It's wild to say, but hey, here we are in 2025.
Yeah.
Dr. Friccioni, thank you very much. Who knows what we'll be talking about next time?
Can I ask one more question? Can I ask one more question? Yes. Does the plague come and go? Because I mentioned how I saw signs when I was visiting Yosemite years ago, 10 years ago, about plague and squirrels. Are those signs just always up, or are they put up and then they're taken down? Like, is there testing being done at these parks?
Yeah, there is. And actually, every once in a while, there'll be a die-off of squirrels or prairie dogs. Like, a lot of them will die.
Yeah.
And then there's more of a risk that the flea will want to hop to another host. So a person, a dog, a cat. And so during those times, they put up more signs and they say, you could be at higher risk of this. So veterinarians there pay attention to that stuff, and they do test the animals.
Whoa. All right.
It's good to know that people are monitoring this.
If you have fever-like symptoms and you've been in the wilderness, go to the doctor.
Exactly. All right. Dr. Friccioni, thank you so much, as always. Have a great weekend.
You too.
All right. So we're almost to September here, and
stop it.
We are going to be speaking coming up with Layla Schmidt over Zoom to tell us all about one of Chicago's favorite winter traditions. We're talking about the Christkindlmarket. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's coming back, what's not, and a new addition this year, this season for Chicagoans who
like the north side. This is the part that you can skip, okay? People are going to get upset with us. Just skip this part.
Hey, we got great weather.
We're going to talk about
Might as
fall
well.
too,
It's Friday. It's sunny. We'll be right back.
10:21. Welcome back to Chicago Now. We are talking about the holiday season, and not fall season, the holiday. Christkindlmarket kind of season. So we are joined by Layla Schmidt. Can you hear us, Layla? Hi.
Hi.
Is it Layla? Layla?
It's Lila.
Lila.
I love your name, Lila. That is so. I am
German pronunciation.
I am. My scorecard today of pronunciation is terrible. Anyways, but welcome to you, Christkindlmarket, back this year in 3 different locations across the Chicago area. So of course the Christkindlmarket has festive food and handcrafted gifts, cozy atmosphere, the fun mugs. So we're going to talk about why this tradition continues to bring so much joy year after year, and why we're going to have it in 3 spots this year.
Yeah, super exciting. We're back at Daly's Plaza in Chicago's downtown, back in Wrigleyville at Gallagher Way, and then in the suburbs in Aurora at River Edge Park. And that's actually our biggest market in terms of vendors, with more than 60 vendors out there.
Wow, the Aurora one is bigger than the Daly Plaza one?
It is at this point, yeah. We've really grown. It's our 4th season there. We have a bunch of events out there, like wine tastings and lantern parades and other fun things that we're going to announce soon. So yeah, it's really growing.
Really cool. Hey, Lila, if memory serves, the Gallagher Way location was not in effect last season. Why did it leave, and why did it come back?
Yeah, so due to the NHL game last year, it didn't happen in 2024, but we're very excited that we'll be back there this year, starting on November 23rd.
Wow. Okay, Lila, for those people, which there aren't many of us, that haven't gone to the Christkindlmarket, what can people expect? And is there anything new this year that's different?
So all three markets are always admission free. So anyone can enter, everyone is welcome. We have vendors from all around the world. So not just German and American vendors, but also from Canada, from France, from Peru. So really all around the world. Of course, people love to get our annual mug. We'll announce that one soon. And then just stroll around, have a good time, make it a tradition with the family. And we will have some new vendors in Aurora. One of them used to be in Naperville back then. He's actually selling the very popular like sauteed mushrooms. And then we'll have another add-on at one of our booths, which is a new vendor that sells s'mores. So a lot of fun new things happening, new events, one really cool cultural event coming to Daily Plaza that we will also announce soon. So yeah, stay tuned for all of those. It's all happening within the next 1 to 2 months that we'll do all these announcements on socials, a lot of giveaways. So yeah, a lot of new fun happening.
Yes, indeed. I know a lot of people cheer for the boot, Das Boot, to come back. You can see the footage right there.
Yeah, that's the one we had last year. We always try to change up our designs and colors. So I've already seen it. We already took the pictures for the new mugs, but I can't talk about them yet.
We'll follow up with you when the time is right. Lila, have you ever been, out of curiosity, have you ever been to the original Christkindlmarket in Germany?
Yeah, so I was
Tell
born
us
and
about
raised
what that
in
is
Germany.
like. Yeah, tell us what
Yeah,
that's
so
like.
we actually have those all over Germany, right? So I'm from the north. I've been to the Christmas markets, as we call them there. They are very similar to what we can find here in Chicago. So when I was studying here, I actually came to the one at Daily Plaza as a visitor, and I was like, this is so cool. As a German, I can say it's super authentic, and it reminds me of home. It's like a piece of home in the heart of the city.
Really?
I've actually been
Yeah.
to German Christmas
You
markets.
have?
Yeah,
And does
my
it-
family lives
Would
there.
you agree with Lila?
Yeah, one thing that stood out to me were the tables. In Germany, I feel like there's tables everywhere, like those high top tables with the table,
Oh.
and people just sit there with their drinks and
Are
they
they
hang out and
outside?
they chat outside.
They're
Yeah,
outside.
Outside. Is there any specific vendor that you hit every year to see what they bring?
You know what? I actually go to all of them, so I always gain weight for a good reason because I like to snack.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, it's always cool that we have one vendor there that's called Rollmops, which is herring. And since I'm from an island in Germany, of course, I got to get my herring. But then, of course, the classics, right? I go have my baked cheese sandwich. I definitely have a bunch of bratwurst sausage variations that we have at the market. Puffy House is always fun for the poffertjes, the Dutch little pancakes. So honestly, yeah, you can just go and snack something new every day.
That is great. Now, in Germany, how popular of a tradition is it to go to a Christmas market? Would it equate to like, you know, Caitlin and I this morning have been talking about how it's kind of a fall tradition to maybe go apple picking here in America, but you know, not everyone does it. It's not like as popular as getting a Christmas tree, but like, yeah, maybe once a season, if you have kids, you'll go apple picking. How popular is the actual original Christkindlmarkets in Germany? Is it like a must go every year for every family, or does it just kind of depend?
A big tradition for everyone, I would say. So you have so many different types of Christmas markets. So some people go to the more artsy ones, others go to the ones that have more carousels. So we have them all over Germany, and growing up we always went to different ones during the season. So it's a beautiful tradition. Yeah, definitely.
I feel like Germans, you guys all go outside and you're going for walks. You're just outdoorsy kind of people. So if there's a Christmas market, I could imagine everybody's going. This is kind of an off-the-cuff question. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
Okay. So you mentioned the baked cheese. I remember every time we went to Germany, I've been there like twice, like a pretzel with cheese on it, and it was so delicious. So my question is, I shop at Aldi quite often, and I know Aldi has a lot of German branded food. As a German, have you ever been to the Aldi in America? Are those foods legitimate? They're good quality German foods?
One of my go-to stores here in the US, 100%, yeah. And sometimes they have those German weeks. I love going to those when they have specific products that are only available then.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. Of course, there are differences between the German and the American Aldi, but I definitely go here and I get the cookies, for example, that they have here. Or,
Yeah.
a lot of German goodies.
They have like the German labels on them and everything. Have you ever seen that?
I did not know. Were the founders of Aldi
I
from
believe
Germany?
so. Yeah.
They are from Germany.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they have like German specific foods at Aldi, and I'm like, is that really German food, or is that
Wow.
just a ripoff of good German food?
Lila, before we let you go, okay, so many people just go to the Christkindlmarket to get the mug and get the hot glug? Is it called glug?
Yeah.
Glug.
Glühwein.
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 What do you recommend? You mentioned you always have to go for that like baked. Is it baked cheese?
Yeah, like a bread.
Bread and baked cheese. Okay, that's your go-to. What else do you suggest? Like if we're gonna go to one of these Christkindlmarkets this winter, in your mind, speak from you're a native. You're the expert here. What do you think? Okay, you got to try this at the market this year. If you haven't tried it, you got to do this.
Okay. Oh, so many things. But yeah, I would say definitely come hungry. If you are more of a savory person, of course, we have the classics, right? I always need to get my bratwurst 100%. We have döner, which is really good too. If you're vegetarian, potato pancakes are a must.
Oh.
And then if you have a sweet tooth, definitely get yourself a bag of roasted nuts. We have vendors that sell them in variations. And then again, as I said, the poffertjes and at the Aurora Market and the Wrigleyville Market, they are so good. They are like little Dutch pancakes, and you have different toppings on them. So that's definitely something for your sweet tooth. I'm excited to try the new s'mores add-on that our vendor Decadent Flavor will have in Aurora. So yeah, there's always something new to try. So yeah, I'm excited.
Okay,
And
so this is
I'm hungry.
This is tingling my memory now about the Christmas markets. What is it called? Maybe you could remember. I think it starts with like a Scheitza or
Schnitzel?
something. It's a beer that is mixed with like a bubbly beverage.
Oh, we used, like a Radler or an Ulster.
Maybe
So you would mix beer with Sprite.
with Sprite. Yes.
Oh,
what
what
is
is
it?
that?
Wait, what is
So
it called?
in the north of Germany we call it Ulster, but in the south we call it Radler. So it's Sprite
Radler.
with beer mixed, yeah.
Yeah, they serve beer mixed with Sprite.
Interesting.
So it's like this
Interesting.
bubbly Sprite beer mixture. I remember that
Okay.
from the Christmas markets back in the day.
All right, hey, when can we expect the other announcements? Do we have dates on that when you guys will unveil the mug and the other info?
Yeah. So next month, we're actually gonna announce the mugs and merch. And then following right after that, a few weeks later, we'll announce our special ticketed events.
Okay, very, very good.
Fantastic.
Lila, thank you.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Vielen Dank.
Yeah, come back,
was
come back on the
fun.
show sometime. You know, I love getting the inside
Yeah.
info, and it's cool to hear that these local markets are actually right in keeping with the original one.
Exactly.
Because you never know if it's just like total
like
imposter.
rip-off
yeah,
filled
but
with
like.
unhealthy ingredients and,
Yeah, exactly. Just rip off stuff.
Americanized.
And then I had no idea about Aldi. So
Yeah.
if we want like some like legit
If you-
German cheese,
And
that's
they've
the
got,
place
yes,
to go.
and they've got frozen items. They've got Spätzle, which is like this cheesy noodle dish, and they've got it in the frozen section
Oh,
sometimes.
yeah, I've heard of that.
Spätzle, and it
Yeah.
has, you can see the German food because it has the German label on it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's written in German. I had to know. I haven't been able to ask. I've got a girlfriend who also lives. Yeah, Germany's a special place.
Okay,
Christkindlmarket
yeah. You know,
is
I've been
the
a
real
couple
deal.
times. It's beautiful. Been to Munich a couple times.
Look at you. See?
Yes, indeed.
You didn't
indeed.
have the Sprite beer, hey?
No, I didn't. I
Okay.
went to the Hofbrauhaus, and so we were
Yes,
drinking
yes.
Hofbrauhaus beer. We made a great friend there.
And the beers that they have in
They're
Germany,
massive.
Like, it's not a little beer. This is going to be a goblet every time.
Oh,
Such
so
good- yeah,
fun,
that
so
sounds like
fun.
fun.
But before we get to Christmas Eve, we got to get through the fall, all right?
Yeah, we do.
We're kind of like
Okay,
running
if you've been
before
ignoring
we call.
us, you can come back now. We're done
Exactly.
talking about
We're going to
Christmas.
talk about what's right on the horizon, and that is apple picking season.
Mm.
And a number of the local farms are about to do their thing with the whole apple picking, the hay rides, the
Pumpkin spices.
pumpkin spice stuff, and then of course the apple cider
Yeah.
donuts.
Sure.
You ever done that with your
have
kids?
I-
you
have
taken-
I done
okay.
that?
You take your kids to this stuff.
You
right?
know I dive deep
We
in these
do
holidays.
too.
Oh, yeah.
They love it. So we are going to check in with the Kuiper family farm in far west suburban Maple Park,
They're hopping on the season
Illinois.
already.
They are going to run us through all the festivities that are really, I think it's kicking off this weekend. Beautiful weekend to do it.
Let's go.
Let's do it. So we'll be back with them right after this short break, everybody.
10:34. We're talking about Kuiper's Farm, a favorite in Chicagoland. And Joe Kuiper himself, he got up and he's talking with us this morning because his apple season is
wow.
starting this weekend. Oh yeah, look at that. How
Look at
cute.
that view. What's up, Joe?
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me.
Good morning. Okay, so 45 varieties of apples to pick. Are
Wow.
they good to go?
Wow.
One at a time, practically. So we're starting off with our earliest apples right now. We're going to have 2 really good ones to pick this weekend. And then as we go through the fall, more and more, that stuff's just going to start to ripen up.
All right, what are the first 2 online here that come online in late August?
Well, we've got a couple that we've already started picking ourselves. So we've got some really good ones like Zestar and Dandy Red, Akani's. So those have already got picked and they're in our store. But for this weekend, we've got 2 of our favorites lined up. We've got those Zestars, which if you like early apple season, that's a great apple to pick. It's got a really good flavor. But then we've got everyone's favorite. We've got an early Honeycrisp variety that's ready. So this weekend we're going to be picking both Honeycrisp while those supplies last, and then those Zestars, of course.
Can we talk about your pumpkins too? Because we're talking about apples, but what about the pumpkins? The pumpkins, are they doing good this year?
Oh yeah, the pumpkins are looking great. Yeah, we're super excited for pumpkin season. I think our whole team is like sole focused on apples now because we're like ready to open up for tomorrow.
Yeah.
But this later in September, on September 19th, we're going to open up for our pumpkin farm, of course.
Yeah, we're going way out of order this morning, Joe. We already talked about Christkindlmarket, and Caitlin's wanting to talk about Halloween, obviously. I'm still in apple mode. I'm an apple a day guy, by the way.
I am so confused about I'm like, wait, we're going back to fall, back to apples and pumpkin, because we just talked about Christmas.
Apples, pumpkins, then we got Christmas, Caitlin. Yeah. Joe, tell us what's happening there this weekend. This is a big weekend for you guys, right?
That's right, yeah. So we're kicking off tomorrow. So we're going to have our apple picking is going to be open. Our orchard shop is going to be open for the season now. So our orchard shop's about 20,000 square foot of country store, bakery, cider donuts, pies, all sorts of goodies. Our own apple cider that we press here on the farm. And then we've got our trains going to be running. And in the middle of our train track is we've got 7 acres of sunflowers too. So our sunflower festival is kicking off this weekend as well.
Wait, okay, is this your pattern this year? That's the corn maze. Oh, that's 2024, I see. Okay, so what is the pattern going to be this year for the corn maze?
Our partnership with Northern Illinois University Athletics is on display in the corn maze this year. So we've got a partnership with the Huskies, and so the Husky logo's cut in there, and it's going to be a really fun partnership. We're excited about it.
Oh, this looks so cool. Tell me about the sunflower display there. How big is that?
So it's about 7 acres. So an acre is roughly about a football field. So it's 7 acres of sunflowers, zinnias, cosmos, and marigolds. So it's just really, really pretty. So our earliest varieties of those have started blooming. So it's everything from those classic yellows, but we've got a lot of white and red and all sorts of different plum-colored sunflowers. So it's really pretty out there right now.
Is that a
lot of photo
self-pick?
ops? People can cut their own.
Oh, you can cut your own. How fun is that? Okay, cool. So if families are coming out this weekend, is everything open? You said you're going to do pumpkins in mid-September, but the apple picking starts this weekend. Are the other activities open too? I'm sure you guys have a bunch of stuff for kiddos.
Yeah, that's right. So our pumpkin farm, which is where all of our the majority of our activities are at, that's going to open on the 19th. So we're going to have to hold off just a little bit longer for all those good fall fun, corn maze, animals, all that stuff. But this weekend, if you're coming out, there's a full day of stuff to do. So you've got the Sunflower Festival. So if you get admission to that, you've got a sunflower included there. Plus, you can get a vase to go with it. You've got apple picking, so you can go out and pick some of those delicious varieties I mentioned earlier. Our store is really an experience in and of itself. So there's lots of shopping to be had here. We've got some new food menu items for our kitchen this weekend. So we're kicking off. We've got a savory apple pizza and some other really cool stuff that we're doing this year.
Yeah.
And then we should have some live music, and our train, of course, is going to be running.
I've never been out there. I got to take the kids out there. The boys would love this place. Tell me about the train.
Yeah, so the train, it's a miniature scale of an old steam engine. And it's about 3/4 of a mile of track.
Oh.
It goes right around our sunflower field and right outside our orchard and around a big pond. So we call it the Farm View Railway because it's just a beautiful view of the western countryside of Illinois. It's just really, really pretty. But in addition to that, you learn a little bit about our farm. We have some audio that goes with it, so you can learn about our farm. But it's just a really fun ride for a whole family.
Wait, you said that is open this weekend, the train? Yeah? Okay, cool.
The train will be open this weekend, yep.
That's something to do. We saw in your videos here donuts. Are you guys having donuts in your shop yet?
Absolutely. Those are kicking off tomorrow. The donut machines are hot and ready. They're
Yes.
so good. I've been smelling them as the guys have been getting stuff ready this week. So there's going to be some tasty food out here this weekend for sure.
Okay, so you mentioned the audio aspect of the train tour. Will you give us just a little bit of info about the history of the farm before we let you go? How long has it been in the Kuiper family, and when did it become a location where you welcome the public in?
Yeah, it's a great story. Really, it starts off with a family known as the Milne Mouse, who owned this apple orchard, and it had it as a Christmas tree farm as well. And then back in the 1990s, my parents were getting back into agriculture. My dad's background is in ag. And so my parents purchased the land across the street from the orchard to create a pumpkin farm to go along with the existing orchard. And then the family decided their kids didn't want to take over, so they sold to my parents. And so now we run it two sides of the road. So one side is the apple orchard and sunflowers. The other side is our pumpkin fun farm with all the activities. So we've been in business officially since 2001, but we started the pumpkin farm a few years before that. So just try to add on some new stuff every year and try to keep it fresh.
I want to be adopted.
No, I want to be part of the Kuiper family.
Me too. That's
Joe
awesome.
Kuiper, thank you. So, how many Kuipers are running around the Kuiper farm?
Yeah, officially there's, I'd say 5 of us. There's
Okay.
me and my wife, my brother, and my parents are all employed here. But we've got some other family that bounces back occasionally. Some to mooch donuts, which is totally legitimate. Other times to help us out. So
Yeah, when you're a
it's
Kuiper,
good-
everyone
it's a good
comes
time
out of the
with family.
woodwork and
Oh,
wants a donut.
yeah. Can you imagine being a kid and growing up on Kuiper's
gosh,
farm?
that would be insane.
It would be so fun. Every day is a party.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you. Hope to visit this season, sir.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
Bye.
absolutely.
Good
It
luck
could be a
this
fun
weekend.
weekend. What a great weekend to go out and do that too.
I wanted to go to the beach this weekend, Anthony.
And beach weather, is it going to be too cool for that, or
Saturday,
is
I
it good?
think it'll be-
Is it
here's
good
the
to go?
problem that I'm
Theo's
having.
running the triathlon tomorrow, where there's a swim portion right at the beginning.
It'll
7 a.m.
be good. It'll be good.
Yeah.
It'll be good. Tomorrow's gonna be in the low 80s. So like today's temperatures that's what tomorrow's gonna be like. But we're gonna have a couple clouds, which we do now. Looking out the window, we've got the clouds out there today too. But tomorrow we could actually see a little bit of rain too. So it's unfortunate because Sunday's gonna be beautiful and sunny, but in the 70s, and tomorrow's gonna be in the low 80s with more clouds. So what do you do?
You got to lean into both days.
Yeah.
Lean into the weather
you
both
know,
days.
I think it'll be.
It's outside fun all day.
Yeah.
I think so.
Beach weather, you don't want it to be too hot when you go to the beach anyways. So
That's
maybe-
true. That's true.
All right.
Or windy. Last
Yeah.
time I tried to go to the beach, it was an absolute disaster. My umbrella stuck it into the sand, twisted, you know, the whole thing. It was
Yeah.
so windy, it just broke.
Yeah.
And then I was covered in sand and
Every time it's a
bunch
disaster.
of,
Sand in your socks and your
Yeah,
like
exactly.
even then they sell you these little pop-up tents if you've got kids to like give you shade. Why have we not come up with a better pop-up tent for the beach? Because let me tell you something. I have purchased 3 different pop-up tents and none of them are pop-up. You've got the sticks and you're like, how does this go together? How does this pop up? How do
it's
I
a whole
connect
engineering
it?
thing.
It's ridiculous.
Is it the one that has you fill the bottom of it with sand?
No.
Those ones? Because I saw one. I was so jealous when I was struggling with my umbrella. Theo's friend's dad was just chilling with a drink underneath the canopy.
Sure.
And his was some kind of apparatus, but the cool thing about it was, he said he bought it on Amazon. It was like a full tent, and then what you do is you set it up, pop it up, whatever, and then you use the existing sand and just fill the bottom. There's like these pouches. There's these big pouches in the bottom, and so it just weighs it down. So I was struggling in the wind, you know, the umbrella
Sure.
catches the wind, breaks the stem.
Yeah.
This one was like mostly like that tent material.
That's what we've been purchasing.
And this one was like solid. I got to get the brand.
Can I tell you something else in case you didn't know? It's the said cheerleading game that I told you that I got all these flea bites from.
Yeah.
We were under someone's tent that they had popped up. This dad came. You know, like they have electric blowers and weed whackers.
yeah.
That brand that you can get at like Home Depot
Yeah,
or whatever.
Ryobi.
Yeah, they sell fans, like big industrial fans with a tube that you can stick into a bucket of water. So this fan that this guy had and let us sit in front of, bless him, because it was so hot. It was that day that we were in the mid 90s.
Yeah.
It was blowing
mister.
and misting at the same time.
Oh,
it was
amazing.
we
Was
wouldn't
it a
have survived
neon green brand?
Yeah.
Okay, that's Ryobi. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Ryobi.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
And
the
he
Home
brought
Depot
like a
brand.
backup battery in his car. Like these suburban dads know what they're doing.
Making me look bad. I need
yeah.
both those items, by
Yeah,
the way.
yeah.
This segment
Next
brought to you
year,
by Home
right.
Depot. All right, we're going to take a 2-minute break, but coming up, Jake Hamilton's got a little competition in the house.
Uh-oh.
I feel like we're cheating on him.
Uh-oh.
David Morales is going to be here in studio. From Hollywood red carpets to exclusive celebrity interviews, the Backstage Experience takes viewers behind the scenes of some of the biggest movies and TV shows.
Okay.
So we are going to be hanging out with David when we come back. Don't watch, Jake.
Anthony, you didn't tell me I had lipstick on my teeth.
You, I would have if I had
just
noticed.
found out.
I promise you I would have if I had noticed.
Thank you. At least I don't have dirty shoes.
You're in the clear. Exactly.
His shoes are clean.
Today
are
they're
now.
clean.
Oh.
You should have seen
We
them
got
yesterday.
complaints
I
about
got
his
complaints
shoes.
online.
Haters
Yeah,
everywhere.
Your shoes better be clean.
There are.
Don't show
They
them
are.
the bottom.
They are. Okay, well, I don't know about the bottom.
I can't not show. I was told not to show the bottom of my shoes. But
I
it's
was
hard in
told
these
that
chairs.
too. Okay, you guys,
David
focus. Backstage Experience. This is David Morales. From Hollywood red carpets to exclusive celebrity interviews, the Backstage Experience takes viewers behind the scenes of the biggest movies and shows. And David Morales, you host this Backstage Experience. Give us a sneak peek. How's it going?
I'm so happy. We launched here in Chicago, Friday nights 10:30 on Fox Chicago Plus, and then Saturday nights 10:30 here on Fox 32. And I'm just excited to be here again. I love the city. I brought my mom actually on the set today.
Yes.
She's never been to Chicago, so I'm gonna actually take her to get some pizza here in just a little
Yay.
bit.
Do you have a go-to pizza spot?
Okay.
You're gonna show her.
I played tourist last time I was here, and I just got beat up on social media. We went. Okay, I'm going to tell you. Giordano's is good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
But then am I allowed to say the places, or are people
Yeah,
going to
sure,
get mad?
go for it,
We
yeah.
went to Gino's East.
Ooh, yeah.
Really? Because that was the place that said, Dave, quit playing tourist. They said to go to Lou Minotti's.
Yeah,
Lou
Lou
Malnati's.
Malnati's.
That's the
Go
one.
to Pequod's.
It's amazing.
I heard that one too.
Pequod's is phenomenal.
Okay. All right.
There's caramelized cheese on the crust of the Pequod's
And
pie.
big chunky vegetables.
So quit playing tourist and just go to these authentic places. Is that what I should
Go to
do?
Pequod's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, so the Backstage Experience, we have a lot of
Yes.
fun. Celebrity interviews, all kinds of stuff. Matter of fact, the show last week was all Superman. David Corn Sweat, the entire cast joined us. This week, though, we're doing something really cool. Yes, Superman is a comic hero, but this week it's a real special show for us. We're saluting real American heroes, the people that maybe you don't know. That are just actual real heroes. Like, for example, this week I've got my cheat notes here. Special Forces operators Mark Nutch and Bob Pennington. They actually went into Afghanistan. They were given millions of dollars to go in post 9/11 and do some stuff. There's John Stenval. You met him last time we were
Yes,
here.
indeed.
The co-host of the Backstage Experience. And he's actually talking with a U.S. Navy SEAL, Blue Angels flight surgeon, Lieutenant Commander Monica Doc Barza. It's exciting to talk with her because they just did let women fly in the Blue Angels. And she is just a couple of years ago. I know, it took so long. And
We're notoriously bad at driving. No, I'm kidding.
no, but she vets a lot of the pilots, and it's a fascinating interview. And you just saw a shot of U.S. Navy SEAL sniper Mark Green. He's got an interesting book. That man has seen.
Yeah, I saw he was on
so much.
He had the book behind him. So is he
Yes.
a pilot as well?
No,
What's
he's a sniper. Again, we're talking
my
American
Whoa.
heroes. These folks have just done a lot. But
So
what
these
else?
are the folks where the movies like Top Gun
Right.
and American Sniper
Thank you.
The
are
talent.
based on. All
Thank
right?
you.
This is the story behind the story. This
Yeah.
is the Backstage Experience.
There
So
you go.
I'm
There you
putting
go.
it all together. I'm connecting the dots here. So
you
tell
did-
us,
you did-
what's his name again? I'm sorry?
Mark Green is
Mark.
is the sniper.
Tell us about him.
So he was a sniper, and he didn't get specific in his book about
Probably
because they
can't.
can't.
Yeah.
But he did talk about his experiences, and it's just a fascinating look at the life of these guys. Something else we have on the show tonight. Do you remember the movie 1517 to Paris that came out a couple of years ago?
Ooh, yeah, that
It
rings
was-
a bell. Yeah.
Yes, it was the guys that stopped a terrorist attack
Yes.
on a train in Europe.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the guys in the movie are the real guys that actually stopped the terrorist attack.
That's right.
Clint Eastwood is the director, and we brought it back because it's one of those movies where you don't have, usually it's actors playing these
Yeah,
folks.
sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood said, and what Clint Eastwood wants, Clint Eastwood gets.
Yes.
He said, I want the real life folks in this movie. So we had a chance to meet them, to interview them, and
What
it's
stood out to you
Do
when
they
you
have
talked to
to?
them?
Yeah, exactly. Do they
the
have
fact
to-
that they just got on a train. We do this all the time. Here in Chicago, you get on the train all the time. There's Clint. And something, you pray that nothing goes bad, but in this instance in Europe, it went bad for them.
Yeah.
And they thwarted the attack. Now, they did have military experience, or they do have military experience, so they were trained, but they stopped the attack. It's a fascinating movie. And again, these are the real guys
Yeah.
that did it. And Clint Eastwood said, let's cast them.
I mean, a lot of Americans know the story of Flight 93.
Exactly.
Where a similar thing happened. I mean, they rest their souls. They didn't live to tell the tale, but there were heroics aboard that plane that thwarted a possible attack on the Pentagon, right?
Yeah.
So, I have to ask, were they asked to act? And if so, how did that go? Because these are,
Yeah.
I mean, they're not trained actors. They're trained military people.
Clint put him through some simple stuff. They did bring on acting coaches, but he said, I want you guys to be you. So yes, there was some acting coaching, but they wanted them just to be themselves. They wanted them to be
It's those two?
who they were.
Young chaps, those guys?
Yeah, there they are, right there. Yeah, that's
They're
them
so
sitting right there.
handsome. Wow.
They're on social media. I actually follow them. Spencer Stone, Alex Scarlatos, and Anthony Sadler are their names. But it is 1517 to Paris is the movie. It is fascinating. So something else we do on the Backstage Experience, gaming. Video gaming.
Okay.
And actually that's something that we added to the show because we didn't want just the celebrity interviews. There's a ton of those shows, but we wanted to appeal to video gamers because sometimes these video games actually make more than the movies
Yeah.
make.
Yeah.
Billions of dollars.
Yes.
So of course we had to, any of y'all big gamers?
My son he's got an Xbox, and it's Roblox, it's Fortnite, it's Madden, and then NBA 2K are the big
Perfect.
ones.
Well,
So-
these are some of the video games that inspired by military-based operations. Of course, Call of Duty.
Yes,
is the-
for
yeah,
sure.
I
He's
mean,
not old enough for that one yet.
I was going to say,
Yes,
if you
he's
say
not-
Call of Duty,
Yeah, exactly.
then
COD,
we
if
should
you
probably
will.
have a talk, even though I'm not a parent. Why would I be coaching you? Battlefield is another one, and Counter-Strike are big
And
video
so
games.
how do you guys cover these games then? What angle do you take?
We actually talk about the video games. We talk about the big games that are coming up. We have, from time to time, influencers. Ninja, Pokemon, you may have heard of them. They're on Twitch all the time. We've had them on the show talking about these people make
The ninja
millions.
guy I've heard of.
Yes, he always
because
has the
he's
purple
bloated.
hair. Yeah. And he's out of Detroit, actually. And
No
he
way.
makes millions of dollars. And I had to ask, I said, this is your job. How many hours a week do you video game? And he says, probably at minimum 20 hours.
Wow.
Can you imagine?
I'm not
That's
surprised
actually
it's a
not that
total
much.
juggernaut.
Wait, 20 hours? That's it?
Yeah, that's what he said. I thought that was
That's
a lot.
a lot.
That is a lot.
For a full-time job?
Playing a video game?
No, well, yeah.
Well, he does influencer
Yeah.
stuff too. But as far as playing the video games, on the low end, it was 20.
He's really. I
I would
mean,
say that's not that
I
much.
don't understand it, but I've heard this a million dads say this. So, but I relate. It's like you're like, buddy, what do you want? You know, this is to my son. You're watching another person play a game.
Yeah.
That's
Right
what they
now?
do.
My
You're
daughter
watching
does that
another
too.
person
Yes.
playing a game
With
Dude,
Roblox.
you've got the game.
She loves to watch the YouTube videos of them
Yes.
playing Roblox.
I know.
And I've walked in sometimes and I'm like, absolutely not. This is too weird.
It's the same phenomenon as watching other. I guess the unboxing videos are
yes,
so popular.
the Ryan's World. My daughter
yes,
is
unboxing.
obsessed with that, and that's how she
Something
started to like
about it.
Roblox. But I guess as adults, it's like the influencers. Like you like to watch what you're interested in.
Right.
Like, I know you like fitness.
Yes.
Maybe you like to watch different fitness
I
gurus
do,
do
I
their
do,
thing, and
I
the kids
do.
would be like, "That's."
But I'm
silly.
always like, and maybe they're taking notes too, because when I watch this stuff, I'm like, okay,
How do I
I'm
do
gonna
that?
do
I'm gonna do that.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna like
Sure.
retract
But
my
like-
scapula next time, whatever it is.
And I'm not taking notes. I watch mom stuff all the time. Like these influencers, like, oh, you're doing it too. Maybe that's kind of
But
like
but
for kids.
David, you
perspective.
mentioned this is a multi-million dollar juggernaut.
Billions of dollars.
Theo gets an
Yeah.
allowance, $10 if he does his piano playing, and if he makes his bed, does
Mows
his
the lawn.
homework, he's not old enough for that. But so often at a time, it's like, he's like, I want $9.99 in Robux.
Yeah, right.
You know that, and so I just like grab the controller. I'm like, boop, beep, boop, boop. Okay, there goes your allowance, buddy. And then he buys some new skin. They're
Yeah.
called for like Fortnite
Right,
or
of
something. Where he
course,
buys
of course.
things, the little power prizes, and
It's a whole
and it's just
world.
like,
So that's
there goes
great.
your allowance, man.
Yeah.
I hope
And
you're
he's
having
going to
fun.
tell you, Dad, I play these video games because people like Ninja make millions of dollars, and I'm getting ready for my career. All right, I just
Exactly.
gave him an excuse
Right.
to play video games.
That's fascinating. So what can we expect on the show tonight? And again, it
Yeah, it's
airs
a
tomorrow
salute
night?
to American heroes, and of course we've got all the big movies coming out this fall. We live on Fox Local. You can actually go to the app and watch a lot of the previous episodes. But tonight, 10:30 on
Amazing.
Fox Chicago Plus, and tomorrow night, Saturday night, 10:30, right here on Fox
The
32.
Backstage
Mom, do you
Experience.
wanna
Backstage
say-
David Morales,
Experience.
thank you so much. Welcome
We
to
got a
studio.
round of applause on the
Mrs.
set.
Morales from
I'm gonna
Houston.
live here now.
Thanks, everybody.
Camera.
Thank you, David.
Thank
That's going
you.
to do it for
Thank
us
you.
here at 10 o'clock Friday morning. It's going to be a great weekend. We got Tia coming up. Is Gabby in studio? I can see her out of the corner of my eye. I think she's here too.
She's here.
You're in good hands, in other
Yeah.
words. All right, Caitlin and I will see
Have
you
a
right
great
back here on Monday,
weekend.
everybody.